But look, guys, we're here to talk about our community because MSB is all about Melbourne. It's about the fine arts and our community, and we've got just that for you right now. I have Steve Proposh, our guest presenter for this week, and he's gone out and spoken to a young Indigenous artist by the name of Richard Bell. And he's got a great flair because it's Indigenous art at its best, but then mixed with a bit of young flair of the comics. And who doesn't love comics?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Love Indigenous art.
Yeah, so why don't we have a look and see what they've got to say?
A man who disrupts and challenges. Like I said, those lunatic notions that so many have. People in this audience really believe, oh, Aboriginal art, that's about those traditional people in the Northern Territory who do pretty dot things and stuff like that. You know? And in doing so, they don't understand that they deny us our Aboriginality. Why should we be imprisoned in anthropological notions from the era of social Darwinism? Why should we be the only culture in the world that somehow or other is supposed to remain static, that is not supposed to evolve and adapt and change? Richard challenges those notions. And the fact that so many Australians find Richard's work, because of that, disturbing, is in itself quite disturbing. But wherever we got Richard, we can be confident, that life will be interesting. And now that he's come to Melbourne, Melbourne will also join those places in the world that have been fortunate enough to see his work in the flesh, so to speak. I have no hesitation thereby. As an academic historian with a PhD from the University of Melbourne, declaring Richard's exhibition open. Thank you, folks.
Hi, I'm Steve Proposh from Trouble magazine, and we're here today at Monash University Museum of Art to see Richard Bell's first major exhibition in Melbourne, Lessons on Manners and Etiquette. It's a wonderful exhibition. Richard is here today with Gary Foley. They're going to have a discussion at a recreation of the Aboriginal tent embassy that was set up in Canberra. It's a wonderful exhibition. Let's go have a look.
Ellen, there's moisture on the outside of my glass.
It's condensation, Johnny.
What about the fog on the window?
It's not fog, Johnny. It too is condensation.
So Richard, you mentioned in Trouble's social work that you did recently that your mum was very influential for you. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, she was. She was very influential in my life. Taught me how to wash, sew, cook, iron. That's pretty damn influential.
Okay, so Richard, I was also going to ask you more about your work. You use a lot of subversive glamour in your work, and to me that denotes rock star. How do you feel about the tag, the rock star of Australian art?
Damn, I like this guy.
Also, I was going to ask you, you appropriate lots of Western techniques in your work, like Pollock's painting and lots of pop art techniques. How does this serve your purpose?
Well, I wrap my messages, in these various techniques.
All right, well, that was fantastic. We had Gary Foley firing, Richard Bell was funny. It's a fantastic exhibition. We've seen some beautiful art today.